2. Safety lights are out. The Lakeside Speedway pace truck to the infield. Tim Shields in the 42. Donnie Brown, the 26, will set the pace. 15 laps. Looking for the green off of turn 4. Green skyward, here we go. And Tim Shields will take him into turn 1. Houston Johnson sits in that second spot. And Donnie Brown, the 26, third. Shields out front. Houston Johnson runs in that second spot. The 26 of Donnie Brown. Oh, Houston Johnson slides up the hill. Donnie Brown will close distance between him and the second place car of Johnson. But Tim Shields in command here for lap number 2. Shields picking up where he left off last week. Last week had to battle the 69 of Dibben before he picked up the feature win. In command here in lap number 3. Houston Johnson, the 7, sits second. Then the 26 of Donnie Brown, the 9 of Don Morris, your top 4. Lap number 5 with Tim Shields out front. Houston Johnson continues to run second. Donnie Brown third. Dave Powell, the 2, heads into the infield area. Tough break for Powell. Coming around to the halfway point, Tim Shields in command. Shields out front. Houston Johnson continues to run in the second position. Donnie Brown third. Don Mars closed the distance between him and Donnie Brown for just a second. Mars drifts up towards the wall in 2. He'll lose some ground. Battle for 4th on the speedway. Marshall Jewett, Steve Dibben. Nine laps down. Tim Shields with a half a straightaway lead over the 7th of Houston Johnson. Currently working lap number 10, 5 to go here in our Grant National A main. So far it's been, look out. Steve Dibben and Marshall Jewett putting a little show on out back. A little excitement. 4 laps to go for the 42 of Tim Shields, but everybody's watching Jewett and Dibben. Shields, 3 to go. Looking for his 3rd win in as many races. Houston Johnson sits in that 2nd spot. 2 to go this time by. Problems for Marshall Jewett. Jewett into the infield. White flag flies. 42 of Tim Shields out front, looking for his third win this year. Off of turn number 4, here comes the checkered flag. Here comes the 42. Tim Shields picks up the heat race feature win. And that wraps up tonight's Grand National feature as Steve Dibben will come around. Tim Shields, your feature winner, heading down the front straightaway.
USRA B-Mods, Gene Claxton, Don Morris, side by side as they come out of turn number 4. Green flag skyward.
Down into turn 1 they go. Claxton out front in the 42. Here comes Nick Newton, the 33 to the inside. Claxton will hold that lead as they go down the back straightaway into turn number 3.
Side by side for that second spot. Don Morris to the top of the racetrack. Nick Newton to the bottom. Give him the second spot in the 3x3.
Claxton, your leader. Nick Newton sits second. Here comes the 9 of Don Mars and the 91 of Eddie Schwope. All right there.
Rodney Phillips out of your top 5 at a little bumper car action. Mike Higley, the early exit, going to call it a night. Great action up front. Nick Newton driving it up, saying hello to Gene Claxton.
4-car breakaway out front, the 42 of Claxton. Nick Newton, the 33, sits second, the 91. Eddie Schwope running in the 3rd spot. Don Mars, the 9. In 4th, and Rodney Phillips, the 21, your 5th place car. Here comes Chad Clancy.
3-wide battle back there. Brad Smith, Chad Clancy, and Shadron Turner. Brad Smith got your advantage as they head into turn number 1.
Brad Smith on the move now. Smith will move the 99 into the 5th spot coming off of turn 2. Out front, though, continues to be Claxton, showing him the way here for lap number 5.
Nick Newton gets a solid run into turn number 1, but not able to do anything. Gene Claxton solid off of turn number 2.
Smith is caught up with the 9 of Don Mars. 91 of Eddie Schwope. Currently running 3rd, trying to close the gap between him and the 33 of Nick Newton. Schwope have a good run right on the bottom. And now Brad Smith up to battle Schwope for that 3rd spot. Smith on the move. Oh, Newton, problems in the 33. He goes up high, off the pace.
Veteran race car driver gets up out of the way. Nick Newton shutting it down right here off of turn number 4. Pops it back in gear.
Not sure what happened right there. Newton went in to turn 3 and then just shot straight up towards the wall and came to a stop right here out of turn 4.
Not, I don't want to speculate, but I will because that's. Brad Smith started 6th row outside halfway through this race. He's on the back door of your leader, Gene Claxton. Gene's going to slow roll him into turn number 3. Picks up the pace out of turn number 4. Here we go.
Into turn 1, Claxton will take the field. Brad Smith working that high line. Claxton holds on the lead down the back straightaway, but here comes the 99 on the high side. Brad Smith looking for a way around Claxton as they come off of turn 4. New leader down the front straightaway. Brad Smith in the 99.
The Belton Bullet drives it into turn number 1. Out of turn number 2, never lifting off of that gas pedal. The 99 of Brad Smith.
It's Smith in the 99. Claxton, the 42, sits second. Eddie Schwope in the 91 runs 3rd.
Don Mars with a nice run as he passes in for that 3rd spot.
Oh, and just as you say that to motor, let's go. What a tough break for the 9 of Don Mars.
You know what they say.
Run the best before they blow.
You got it. We don't need no mosquitoes anyway.
Safety lights are out on the Speedway. Brad Smith will set the pace. Lap number 9. 6 to go.
Up front by himself is the 99 of Brad Smith. Here we go. Woo,
Green flag waves. Smith will haul the field down to turn 1.
You got one around. Looks like Dustin Chris, possibly. Oh. David Oxford going around and then going to park in the middle of turns 1 and 2. Whoa.
Look out. Brad Smith sets the pace. Safety lights are out.
Into 3 out of 4. Brad Smith comes out of turn number 4. Here we go.
Gene Claxton with a better run this time than that last restart. Claxton will move into the second spot as Smith hauls the field down the back straightaway. Smith, your leader, the 99, the 42 of Claxton, the 91 of Schwope. And here comes the 21. Chad Clancy. Clancy up into that 4th spot. Clancy's got that Rage chassis working tonight. Randall Schiffelbein up there as well. Schiffelbein in the 11 on the move.
Making his debut here in 2015. Battling the 17 of Shadron Turner. Mr. Consistency so far in 2015.
12 laps down, 3 to go. 3-lap shootout. Eddie Schwope to the inside of Claxton for second as they go down the back straightaway.
Give a shout out to that number 2 of Dustin Gilbert in that 7th spot as he's moving up the field. Going to battle Randall Scheffelbein.
2 to go.
Going to lay that right front right in the door.
Wow, little contact. Gilbert shoves Schiffelbein up the hill.
Got to go.
White flag waves. Brad Smith, one more time for the 99. Looking for his first feature win here at Lakeside Speedway this year.
Down the back straightaway. Eddie Schwope not going to have enough, but out of turn number 4 from Belton, Missouri. Brad Smith with a hand in the air. Eddie Schwope second. Gene Claxton third.
So there they are, race fans, your top 5. The 17 of Chad Turner comes home 5th. Good run for the 21 of Chad Clancy. He'll be 4th. Gene Claxton will bring the 42 home 3rd. 91 of Eddie Schroep comes home in that 2nd spot. And your winner over in turn number 3, the 99 of Brad Smith.
That was 11 into 2 doing that.
Kenny's Tile on the side of the 99. Former asphalt racer at I-70 Speedway, the son of Terry Smith.
And race fans, get out your 50-50 tickets. We'll let the field go to the back straightaway. And I'll be announcing our 50-50 winner. John O'Neill sets the pace with Jim Powell, the 20, on the front row as we look for the green off at turn number 4.
John O'Neill leading him down the front straightaway. Here we go.
Into turn 1 they go. O'Neill takes the low side. Powell takes the high side. Anderson right there in the middle. Kevin Anderson, that 417. Put on a show in the heat race. He's going to do it again here in the feature, right behind O'Neill as we come around for lap 1.
Keep your eye on that 417. He's shown a lot of patience the last couple of weeks. He's going to have to show it to get around the fast 15 of John O'Neill.
O'Neill continues to lead as we work our way down the back straightaway. Field's starting to stretch out now. It's O'Neill the 15, Anderson the 417, and Powell the 20P. Thomas Roberts has the 65 into 4th.
O'Neill hugging the bottom of the racetrack, back like his asphalt days.
Kevin Anderson gets that 417 in there. O'Neill's just fast enough to keep out front. Anderson's car looks like a late model at times going through the corner.
Left front, high in the air. There you go. Photo op.
Brett Heater on the move. Heater's cracked the top 5. And now battle for the lead. Anderson thought about it, and then he backed out.
He did this last week with Jake Newman. Tried and tried. Didn't press any issues until he had to. He's going to have to get to that outside to make it happen.
Anderson looks to the high line, looking for a way to get around the 15 of O'Neal. Now Anderson's just kind of testing the water, seeing where the line is right now.
So patient. I've seen less people patient on parallel. Anderson with that left front sky high. What's he got, like a 100-pound spring in that right rear? To the outside, side by side. Door to door.
This guy's behind Kevin Anderson. Need to take notes. That middle groove's starting to come in. O'Neal working that bottom line, not able to hold off Anderson as Anderson will drive away for that top spot.
Those guys behind Kevin Anderson are watching a heck of a race is what they're doing.
Jim Powell starting to close in on your leaders as well. Powell in that 20P.
Well, I think he did exactly what you said, John, and found that middle groove.
Nate Barnes, all problems for Kevin McGinnis. McGinnis to 17. Motor, let's go. Let's see if he can make the turn. Not going to do it.
No, he was supposed to have a GoPro for me. Here we go.
Kevin Anderson brings him down into turn 1. John O'Neal continues to work that bottom line. Jim Powell drives around O'Neal. Powell up into that second spot. Here comes Brett Heater, the 05 on the move.
Kevin Anderson left front, photo opportunity still, but keep your eye on Jim Powell. Powell gets behind John O'Neal. John O'Neal to that third spot. Here comes the 05 of Brett Heater, John.
Brett Heater on the move on the high side. With Thomas Roberts right there, too. Watch the 65.
65X, no joke either, as he slides into that top 5.
And Nate Barnes. Nate Barnes coming up through the field now. Everybody's starting to make a move. We're coming down to 6 laps to go this time by.
Cream rising to the top. Look at that 55. That thing may land over on top of himself here in a minute.
Down the back straightaway, Anderson starts to put distance on the field, but the battle's shaping up for second. John O'Neal Jr. working the inside line. Tim Powell has the 20P right in the middle of the speedway. Powell will hold on to that second spot. 5 laps to go here in our USRA stock car A main.
Great battle back there for second. Great battle for fourth as well. Nate Barnes.
Barnes picking up a position. And now closes the gap on the 5 of Heater. O'Neal and Jim Powell continue to battle. That second spot, a hot position right now. Powell not one to give an inch. He'll stay right there with you.
Kevin Anderson out on his own zip code right now.
Three laps to go. Kevin Anderson looking to double up. To go this time by Anderson. Out front, O'Neal by a bumper over Powell at the line. O'Neal slides up, trying to take that second spot away. As your leader will come off at turn 4, Anderson with a half a straightaway lead now.
White flag this time by for Kevin Anderson. Your race is for second.
Kevin Anderson down the back straightaway into turn 3 for the final time. The battle's going to be for second place. Powell pulls out in front as they go into turn number 3. Your winner, the 417 of Kevin Anderson. Here we come off at turn 4. Sean O'Neal comes home in that second spot. Jim Powell comes home third.
Nate Barnes fourth with Brett Heater rounding out your top 5. But he goes back to McCarthy Auto Group victory lane Race fans, give it up for the 417 of Kevin Anderson.
There he comes by the front straightaway, race fans. Big round of applause. Kevin Anderson picks up the win. We'll see him after this feature for the USRA Modifieds. We will do trophy. Tim Carrick in the 1. Tim Setzer the 51. 15 laps, or 20 laps. I'll get it right. 20 laps. Coming at us off of turn number 4, green skyward. Into turn 1, Setzer the 51 jumps out front. The 1K of Tim Carrick into second. Lance Town, the 21, will run third as we come around for lap number 1.
Elbows up racing right now.
Setzer out early. He'll lead the field into turn number 3. Setzer took it to Lucas Oil Speedway last weekend.
Setzer, your leader. Battle back is for second spot. Davis gets by Danny Barker for that 4th spot.
Lance Town, the 21, the 1K of Tim Carrick battling for second. As Setzer's checked out, Town dives to the inside. Town with a strong move into turn 3. He'll take the second spot from Tim Carrick.
Setting his sights on your leader, Tim Setzer.
I believe those are team cars, Setzer in Town. And right now running 1 and 2. Setzer in the 51. Leads lap number 6. 6 down, 14 to go. Kerry Davis and Tim Carrick battling for that 3rd spot. Darren Fuqua right there behind him. Field starting to stretch out. Your leaders will be coming up on lap traffic here in a lap or 2. Tim Setzer, the 51. Continues to lead as they go down the back straightaway. Setzer goes around the 29 of Jeff Smith, the lap car. Lance Town does the same. Coming up on the halfway point, Tim Setzer, the 51, out front. Lance Town, the 21, runs second. Tim Carrick has the 1K in third. Kerry Davis 4th, and Darren Fuqua, your top 5.
Austin Johnson slowing down as he's up in that high groove right now. About to be the first car 1 lap down. Slowly but surely, Lance Town reeling your leader in, John.
Lance Town is closing the distance between him and Setzer. I don't know if lap traffic is holding him up or if Town's just picking up the pace a little bit.
A little bit of both right now, I think. That's going to help. Here comes a change in leaders right now. Lance Town solid and never lifted. New leader out of turn number 2.
What a way. Take advantage of your moves. Lance Town takes advantage of Tim Setzer having to check up for the lap car.
Solid coming from a half a lap away. Town going to pick up his lap car right at the exact same spot. Jason Park's going to want to drag race him down the back straightaway.
Town will clear the lap car of Jason Park as we work lap number 14. 6 to go this time by. Town starts to put distance between him and Tim Setzer now. 5 laps to go this time around. It's Setzer trying to reel in your leader. Laps winding down. Lance Town looking for his first feature win here at Lakeside Speedway.
Setzer trying everything he can. But Lance Town on cruise control right now. You want to think that maybe some of that contact knocked the toe end out possibly on Tim Setzer's machine.
Lance Town's got the Phoenix chassis up and running. Tosh Motorsports coming around for lap number 18.
Setzer up against the wall. Damage to the 51 machine. So I think that answers our question, John.
Yeah, I think you're right.
Race fans, keep your eye on this restart. I feel like this is when it's going to happen, if it's going to happen. Into 3, out of turn number 4. Terry Wallen says, let's go.
Green waves. The field goes down to turn 1. Lance Town out front with a good jump. He'll hold on to that lead.
Fuquay with the up and under move as he moves into 3rd spot. Going to have to get on his horse. You think he's got a horse? I don't think he's got a
18 laps down this time around. Lance Town looking for his first feature win here at Lakeside Speedway. Tim Carrick sits in that 2nd spot. We'll see the white flag this time by. White flag waves one more time here around Lakeside Speedway. Lance Town, Tim Carrick, Kerry Davis, Darren Fuqua, your top 4. Justin Johnson brings the 7 into the 5th position. Off of turn 4, your leader comes down the front straightaway. Checkers fly. The 21 of Lance Town picks up the win. Tim Carrick will come home 2nd. Kerry Davis 3rd. And Darren Fuqua 4th. And Justin Johnson will round out your top 5. So first time feature winner, Lance Town, will stop in the McCarthy Auto Group victory circle.